Hello, everybody. How are you guys? I hope you're having a good day. I hope wherever you are, the sun is shining, it's warm outside. Okay. Got everything, got my coffee, I'm ready to go. So, how are you guys? I hope you guys are good. Let me give it to your kitty. Okay. So, I just want to take a second, welcome everybody in. Let me see. Hey, Sugar. Hey, DS. For what? Hold on one second. I gotta get this for my son. Yeah, just YouTube. Okay. Hey, Spawn One. How is everybody? All right. So there's a lot of stuff I want to go over today. I did just want to say I'm sorry. I was not able to get my Lori Vallow video out. I've been really wrapped up in this case. Hey, Misguided. I've been really wrapped up in this case of Madeline Kingsbury, the missing mom. I just get really bad vibes from that whole thing. So that's been, that's been kind of where my focus is at. But at some point, hold on. At some point when I can, I will get that video out, I promise. But I do have a little bit of that about that case to talk about today. So there's a couple things I wanted to touch on the cases today, and then there's about some of my other stuff that I like to put out and show you guys and all of that. So I did just want to say good morning, Marilyn. So I did just want to say those of you that have not, I don't know what happened with my video yesterday, but that video I put out, the update video, I don't know. I don't know if it was being blocked off, nobody could comment. It's the craziest thing I've ever experienced with a video. So if you guys have not been able to check that out, please go check that out and please leave some comments in the comment section. Hey, Mark. Hey, DS. All right. So let's jump right in, shall we? I'm going to just ask you guys before we start, if you could just take a minute and hit that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel. Thank you. All right, so let's get going. Florida middle school teacher arrested after organizing fight club in her classroom between children. I mean, wow. All right, let me mute me and then we'll get to the video. Oh, hey, Sam's Rock Collection. I know. I was trying to talk to you on there last night, and then I didn't know if you were not seeing my messages or whatever. But yeah, I don't even know honestly what that whole deal is. I kept saying in chat last night, I'm like, is it a good thing or a bad thing to be on the island? Turtle Island is a game that Dolly Vision does with true crime channels and stuff. I honestly, I don't really know much about the game. I just know that it's a game, and true crime channels get voted on there, and it's good because it brings a lot of good attention to your channel. People pay more attention to what you're saying, so it's a good thing. So yeah, thank you. Hey, Lazy Llama. Okay, so let's play this video.
Teacher at Griffin Middle School is accused of letting students fight one another in her classroom during school hours. This report says it happened more than once. ABC 27's Gabriela Mercurio explains what happened in her classroom, parents' reactions, and how the school district is reacting.
Parents of children at Griffin Middle School were shocked to find out what's been happening in a 6th grade classroom. However, the school district is taking immediate action by terminating the teacher and conducting an internal investigation.
Yeah, it's really scary. It makes me not want to put my child in that school.
Kirsty Henry's oldest daughter is a 7th grader at Griffin Middle School. She says her daughter told her about fights that were happening between students in one of the teacher's classrooms.
Like, what in the world goes on here? And I posted it on Facebook, and I'm like, y'all need to check up on y'all kids.
Sorry. Give me a second. No, I said that sentence a long time. Wait a minute. Hold on. I just saw something in here. Oh, thanks, Spun One. Okay, wait a minute. Lazy Llama. Oh, you're talking about Dolly's brother? I did not know that. Okay, so just just so I can clarify. So me and Chad found Dolly, I don't know, like right before Kylie's case started. And then, everything seemed cool. And then I don't know, we kind of fell off, like didn't watch him anymore. I don't know, like kind of with a lot of channels. Like I don't really watch shit for channels, honestly. Like I don't know. And then yesterday, all of a sudden, he popped back up in my feed. So I was like, all right, well, Turtle Island, let me check it out, whatever. So no, I didn't know that. Thank you for letting me know. I did not know that. I will definitely look into that. Thank you. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
Kids, like, because that's crazy.
Court documents show that Griffin Middle School teacher Angel Footman allowed 3 fights between 6th grade students in her classroom at the end of March.
This is completely out of left field. Something like this has never really taken place on Leon County School campus.
Leon County spokesperson Chris Petley says the district was notified of the fights after administration reported videos of them to the school resource deputy. According to documents, students say the fights were pre-planned, and Footman told them 30 seconds, no screaming or yelling, and no phones. Footman also does not intervene or attempt to stop the fights, call for help, or leave the classroom to get help. She claims the fights all happened too fast for her to do anything, and admits that she has poor classroom management skills. Petley says once Superintendent Rocky Hanna found out about the fights, he took immediate action by reaching out to law enforcement and terminating Footman. Footman was arrested and charged with contributing to the delinquency of a minor for facilitating fights in her classroom last Friday. Petley says that the school district is working with law enforcement and actively conducting an internal safety and security investigation.
They're talking to parents involved, to any administrators that may be involved, and as well as the students. And I think it's also important to let the folks know that right now, none of the students are facing any disciplinary actions for their participation in this activity.
As an isolated incident, Petley says this isn't how all teachers handle their students.
The high majority of teachers in Leon County schools are amazing individuals. They get up every day to work to help your children achieve the next step. This is by no way a reflection of our teachers as a whole.
Court documents also show that Footman's arraignment date is May 4th, and if she's found guilty, she could be facing up to a year in jail, 12 months probation, and other fines. Live in Tallahassee, Gabriela Mercurio, ABC 27.
Hey, Sam's Rat Collection, thank you for the membership. Okay. Yeah, you guys, I was just, talking about this, it got brought up. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I don't, I mean, it is what it is. I didn't know any of that. So thank you for bringing that to my attention. I just can't, I don't get involved with any of the YouTube drama, any of that. Like people keep asking me, they're like, did you watch, I don't know who any of these people are. Like that Molly Golightly chick, never watched her. There's a bunch of people like Bullhorn Betty, never seen a video of hers. So there's a lot of people like I do not know about on YouTube, and I don't care to either. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Yes, so this teacher just got arrested and fired for she put on Fight Club in her classroom. So she would let kids like fight it out in the classroom, which is just crazy to me. Okay, let's move on. So yeah, but shout out to you, Sam. Thank you for becoming a member. Oh, our new picture. Yeah. I was like, I had the CNY family up there and I was like I get sick of just staring at that. And I go, people, especially new people who come on. Hey, Sefa. Hey, Alice. So especially new people that come to the channel, I'm like, they're going to look at that and not know anything about it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm just going to put our picture there. At least people will get an idea of whose channel this is. Because I know during my lives, I don't have my camera on. So thank you. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. Maybe I should wait for that one till we get a little farther in. Okay, yeah, let's talk about this one. Okay, so there was this daycare worker. I do not either. Oh, thank you, Sefa. Thank you for sending that. Yeah, I can't stand the drama. I hate it when people bring it to my channel. Like, I hate it. All right, so there's this daycare worker. And she actually filmed her, which is amazing to me. She actually filmed herself abusing these children. You can see her clearly put the phone up there and film herself abusing these kids. And parents finally found out about it. Parents found out about it and she was fired and arrested. Thank God. But I mean, it's such a scary thing for parents, especially when you have you're either a single parent or both parents work, and what option do you have? And you have to get a babysitter or daycare. And, a lot of people go with daycare because they feel it's safer for the children. They feel it's at least daycare people are licensed to take care of children. Hey, Jackie. But a lot of times it doesn't end up that way. And that's, one of the really hard things about that's one of the really hard things about being a parent is just the trust issue. For one, I don't trust people, and especially with my kids, too much shit. There's too much shit going on and people are too insane. And, so let's play this clip. Okay, you know what? I changed my mind because that's what got me in trouble last time. I'm not going to play that clip, but I will read you the story underneath it. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because that's what screwed me the last time. So I'm just going to read to you what it says down here underneath it. The Prince George's County Police Department has arrested an Oxon Hill daycare employee after a video posted on social media allegedly shows her picking a child up by the arm and tossing her onto the floor. Authorities said Kayla Greenwell, 23, of Oxon Hill, was taken into custody. Police said on Friday, officers received multiple videos reportedly showing Hill assaulting children at the center. Investigators immediately went to the business in the 6,000 block of Oxon Hill Road, where they gathered evidence and obtained an arrest warrant. So that's good. I mean, at least she got arrested and is not out there doing this to other people's children. Hey, CY. I didn't even. Okay. So yeah, because see what had happened to me the last time, and I'm going to tell you, is I put a short out of this kid. He was like 7, 8 years old, and he kicked his grandma like hard. And the mom was standing behind the camera filming it. And like nothing happened to the child, but YouTube immediately striked me and said that it was because I posted a video about child abuse. And I tried to fight it because I'm like, there is no child abuse. I'm like, it was literally a little boy abusing his grandma. And I just put a thing out that said, oh, CY, thank you for the 6 months. I didn't even see that, you guys. I'm sorry. But I got strikes for that. And I tried to fight it, and they were like, nope, nope, nope. So, I mean, I was down for a week. I did not want to do that again because it'll be 2 weeks. So I'm actually probably going to have to edit that out, that little section that I did play, before that happens to me again, because I will be so mad. All right, let's move on. I got to get, yeah. I want to do that again. Okay. But they don't mind if this kind of stuff is on the internet. See how the world works? All right, so Sam Smith, remember when he did, I don't know if you got, I mean, I didn't watch, but I did see the clips on Twitter of the Grammys, and he did that whole satanic show, right? Well, here this nut goes again, and it's worse than the Grammys. It was more disgusting and more disturbing and just completely dark. Now, let me read this to you. Sam Smith dressed up in a devil costume as they took to the stage for the first night of their much anticipated Gloria World Tour in Sheffield on Wednesday night. The singer, 30, sported an array of edgy and eye-catching costumes as they put on a very energetic performance and belted out their smash hits. For one look, Sam, who is non-binary and uses they/them pronouns, dressed as a devil as they sported a black top hat with an array of red horns sticking out of it. Brushing off the backlash to their recent Satanic Brits performance, they clutched a sequined red pitchfork while fires were seen burning around them as the band played. The unholy hitmaker, known for referencing religious imagery in their performances, sported a black, oh my God, bustier, fishnet tights, and over-the-knee boots with red laces. Now, I you know what? You can say to me, Christy, he's a grown man. Let him do what he wants. That's fine. But don't put that shit out there for kids to see. Don't put that shit on TV. Don't put it out there for children to see. I mean, it just is sending the wrong message, and it's crazy where you live in a world, and if you put out you put out stuff that's real, stuff that's truth, stuff that's really happening and affects all of us in a way, and affects everyone's children in a way. And, it just gets pushed to the back. Nobody wants to hear it, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, and then you put out stuff like, satanic stuff and dark stuff and stuff like this. And it's like, that shit's glorified on the internet. And it's so frustrating to me. Hold on, let me go over here and see what you guys are saying. Oh, hey, Mary Thomas. Well, I'm way up here. Hold on. I ran daycare out of my house when my son was a baby. It lasted about 2 months. Never bothered with it again. It's a shame when YouTube shuts people down when they're exposing the truth that needs to be brought to awareness. And I know, and that's the thing that is hard for me, is I would be much farther than I am right now as far as views and growing the channel and all of that if I just did what all these other people do. But I just can't do it. It's just not me, and I can't freaking do it. It's like I would much rather, if I'm going to have a platform and I'm going to have a voice, I am going to try to use it to, I tell people what's going on, to help spread the light, to, talk about all the darkness and shit. That's just me. I can't believe the Grammys allowed it. Yeah, it's sad. You have to worry about watching regular TV channels on TV with your kids. Absolutely. Absolutely. I actually have this video. I did it a couple years ago. But you guys, I'm telling you, it is such a freaking good video to watch. It's called Brainwashing. I think it's called Brainwashing is Real, or something about brain. I think that's what it's called, but it's something about brainwashing. And I'm telling you, I did so much research on that subject when I made that video. It is a freaking really good, informative video. But of course, it doesn't get pushed and it doesn't get promoted because it's not, they don't want you to know that. But you guys that do know, I would love for you guys to check that video out. I mean, you know what I can do? Because I know listen, people have a very short attention span today. And I know you guys don't want to go through all my videos and look for this specific video. So when I get done, actually, can one of my mods go? I don't want to ask it. I need somebody to get that video. It's down in my videos, and just copy the link and throw the link in this chat or in the comment section of the video. That would be awesome. I would really appreciate it if you guys could do that. That way people that want to see it can check it out. It's so full of information, and you would not believe the lengths that these people go to make sure that shit gets done right. Sifa, I think it's called Brainwashing is Real, but I want to say it was done in like 2021. Either 20, it's on my videos. I think it's called Brainwashing is Real. But yeah, thank you. That way you guys that are interested in that type of thing can check that out. Okay. Sorry. Let me get this freaking thing off the screen. One of you could have said, all right, Christy, let's go get Sam off the screen. Okay. Thank you guys all for being here. I'm glad you're all here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's look at this story. I took my 7-year-old daughter and her 5-year-old friend to a drag brunch. They can't wait to go to another one. I decided to bring my 7-year-old daughter and her 5-year-old friend to a drag brunch in Canada. The kids wore glitter, tipped the drag queens, and danced on stage. They loved the experience. When I posted on TikTok about the brunch, I got a lot of hate, but the kids can't wait to go back. All right, my family lives in Canada, just outside Toronto, but I've heard about the controversy in the US around drag queens and children. It's just a matter of time before that same controversy seeps into Canada. When I took my daughter to the drag brunch, I filmed every moment and made a video for TikTok. It went viral. The video made a lot of people angry, but I learned that the drag brunch was safe for my kid. On top of that, my daughter can't wait to go back. I was surprised to learn a restaurant in my small town in Ontario was hosting a drag brunch. I decided I wanted to take my daughter. When my best friend's husband found out I planned on going, he asked whether I would take his 5-year-old daughter. Luckily, our daughters are friends, so they were both very excited. All right, and now I'm going to play this clip from this lady's video. Oh, silence. Hey. CY, no problem. I'm just glad you're listening. Thank you.
Controversy surrounding children and drag queens these days, I thought I would go undercover and take our girls to a drag show and see what kind of horrible trauma they endure. So obviously I had to dress the part and go incognito. So I basically wore all this sparkly stuff, even my ears to match. I brought some dollar bills to throw their way. I thought that these people were protesting, and I was like, yes, get it. But they weren't actually. If you want to get mad, this is the restaurant that we went to. It's in Oakville on Kerr Street. We met a friend there who was going to serve as an ally. We made sure to dress the girls up to match the part because they had to really fit in as well. I had to have a drink to be able to get through it because honestly, I wasn't even sure that I was going to be able to pull it off. Anyway, the first queen came out, and how dare she look like that? Like, I mean, if I were to wear that outfit, it would definitely look good, but definitely not on her. Anyway, so the food was good, at least, because the show was kind of whack. I mean, look at this. Look at the moves. Look at everything. We had the girls give some tips because obviously we had to immerse them in the whole experience so we could document the trauma afterward. The queens even brought them up to do like a special little dance competition with another little girl that was there, that poor little girl. And how dare they put sparkles on the girls, making them feel all sparkly and shiny and part of the show. Just not cool. So here they are getting ready for their dance competition. They did a dance to Baby Shark. Baby Shark is so like last year. And they just, I mean, they danced around, but they will never get over this later. They'll carry this trauma with them their entire lives. They're the queen dancing around in a circle with them, giving them hugs, and even stealing flowers from our children. I mean, you can tell they hated it. So we'll definitely try church next Sunday instead.
Okay. Now, this lady, and she goes on to say in the article, which I will read, that she was being sarcastic while making this video. She was pretending to be a hater while making this video, and the sarcasm was just lost on a lot of people. Now, this is the problem. Oh, yeah, Sifa, it might be that. Yeah, it might be that. Yeah, I might have changed the name. Okay, so she's like, well, I had to bring dollar bills. They had to tip them. They had to be engrossed in the whole experience. And while she was being sarcastic at making the video, which you can, tell, she actually goes on to say how enjoyable it was and how awesome it was and how her kids can't wait to go back and how it was very tasteful. And had it not been tasteful, it might have been a different story. Now, again, the problem is you are taking your children to this and they are going to think that this is the new normal. This is a new normal behavior. Like this is normal life. And that's the problem is people bringing their little kids, their babies, their little kids to these shows all the time. And these children seeing this and they're like, hey, this is cool. This is normal. It's so they don't question it. It's so they think it's just a normal, thing. And this is what people are really like. That's the problem here. That is the problem here. Okay. The problem is your kids growing up and this is the world you want them to grow up in, where you think hey, this is cool. This is awesome. You get your kids all glittered out. You have them put money into the pants of men who are dressed as women. And, listen, this is just my opinion, but, anyway, it doesn't matter. Take it for what it's worth. All right, so let me read the rest of this. I called the restaurant ahead of our arrival and asked whether it would be okay if I brought 2 kids. I asked whether the performers and other attendees were anticipating more adult content. The person on the phone told me this brunch specifically would be toned down and child appropriate, and they'd be happy to have us. In March, I took my daughter and her friend to we met up with another friend of mine. The 4 of us dressed up in sparkly outfits and colorful eye makeup. I also came armed with cash so that the girls could tip the queens. The queens made everyone, including the kids, feel special, especially the kids, right? Because that's their target audience is children. At one point, they brought my daughter and her friend up to the dance floor for a dance competition to the Baby Shark song. In the TikTok video, I pretended to be someone who opposed children attending drag shows, but many didn't get the joke. A lot of commenters asked, "Why did you take your kids if you're such a bigot?" The sarcasm went right over their heads. I did get a lot of people who wrote, "Good for you, you're a good mom." But there were a lot of people who said that what I did was child abuse and that I should have my kids taken away. Many said that I was grooming my children. Some folks don't like that girls tip the drag queens, but I raised my daughter to tip performers, always. Well, that's, it's a little bit different. Now, I'm not, you know what? Let this lady do whatever she wants. Those are her kids that she's doing this to. But when you put it out there and advertise it to children, that's the problem here. You need to stop saying, why do kids want to see drag shows, and start saying, why do drag queens want children in their audience? As far as the girls were concerned, the queens were gorgeous princesses. Neither of the kids asked about gender. My daughter asked only how they got their hair and makeup so beautiful. Both of the girls asked when they could go again. So, how do you guys feel about that? How do you guys feel about kids attending drag shows? Listen, no judgment. I'm just curious to know how you feel about it. Oh, Sam's Rock Collection. Thank you for the gift. I say burn them all. What, baby? What? Yeah. Well, that's the thing, Spun. That would be the next step, wouldn't it? Sorry, but kids should left to be kids. Yeah, see, and that's totally where I'm at. Oh, Sam's Rat Collection, more. Thank you for the gifts. That's awesome of you. Okay, so let me see. Let me go over here. Let's see what people are saying. Sorry, but kids should be left to be kids. It ain't right for children to attend those and any other, and I would have to say would not be appropriate. I'm with you. Drag is a sexualized show. No kids ever. Yeah. You need to remember it's a step program. Lie them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next thing you know, it's okay. Your kids can. Yeah, I know. It's scary, and it's crazy to me that so many, I want to say this, and I really think that a lot of people's I think a lot of parents are not on board with this, but at the same time, they're afraid that if they go against it or they don't join in, then they're transphobic or they're, you know what I'm saying? Or they're spreading hate. And that's where people get it screwed up. That is where people get very confused, and I think that's part of the problem today. They just don't want to be looked at like they're, like they're hating on somebody and hey, listen, and I was just talking to my mother-in-law about this. When you are a parent, okay, you are an advocate. You are advocating for your children. So, is this what you want in your child's life? Because you aren't, you being like, well, I have to do it. I have to join in, or else I'm on the side that's, phobic. And it's like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Just because you don't want to take your kids to a sexualized drag show and see men walking around in, with barely anything on, that doesn't mean you're phobic of anything. That means you're a smart parent. That's what I would say. Exactly, Llama.
Love you. Then you have to drink a drink.
I am not overly religious, but nobody can deny the world went to shit when they took Jesus out of schools. I couldn't agree with you more. And now it's after school Satan club. So, I mean, we can see where this is going. Okay. Let's move on. So Ellie is they're scared to enforce law, and law is written in stone for everything. But look at what's happening because, oh, absolutely. Yep, sugar, hell in a handbasket. Okay. Let's move on to the next thing, shall we? Thank you, guys. Please take a second, hit that thumbs up. If you have not done so already, please consider subbing to the channel. We would love to have you. Anybody that wants to become a member, links, and anybody that wants to become a member or anybody that wants to donate to the channel, links are all down in the description below. Thank you, guys. And the Pledge of Allegiance, yes. Okay. Now, this person wants to have a law. Let me read you the story. Meet Squeaky St. Francis, who spoke at a recent Chico, California school district meeting. Squeaky argued in favor of a policy that would allow teachers to consult and help a child transition genders without the parent's knowledge. The board then voted to keep the parental secrecy policy in place to keep a child's gender transition status from their parents. Now, I have talked about this in many, and I am going to show you the clip. I have talked about this in many videos before, where, not only are schools overstepping with authority on your children, but they are also causing a huge divide between children and their parents, because this is what they're doing. Hey, you can do whatever you want here. We will help you hide it from your parents. And that's not cool. That is not okay. Schools should not ever have the right to do that, because it is causing a divide between parents and children. Kids are going to school. They're being taught the schools are teaching them what they think is right, what their agenda boasts, all of that. And it may not agree with what you're telling your children at home. So what's that going to do? It's going to cause a divide. And then let's add some secrets on top of that the secrets between your children and your children's teachers that they are keeping from you. I mean, it's craziness. All right, let me play this. See, when I make these videos big, like when I make the video full screen, it like lags and the words don't match the mouthing on the videos. And I don't know, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, but that drives me crazy. But it doesn't do it when I leave the video small. So that's why I'm not making this full screen, is because it's all screwed up when I do. So let me mute myself and you guys can listen to this.
I will speak loud for those who cannot speak. I'm a proud he, she, they, them, whatever. I am a boyfriend to a beautiful woman. I am a girlfriend to a handsome trans man. And I'm also a girlfriend to an incredibly beautiful woman. growing up in this town, my mother always told me to love myself for who I am, not what I am not. Not all of us can be as lucky and have a supporter like that. In fact, I knew friends in school who would bring an entire change of clothes with them so they could dress the way that they felt inside and be free of persecution that they would feel at home or the sideways glances. One of the first things we learn in a healthy family is trust, and unfortunately, some parents don't trust their children when they say, "This is me," and they make that decision for them. That may make the child fearful from the people that claim to be trying to protect them. These children may see the hate and prejudice at home for people just like them and feel the only place they can truly be themselves is at school. Every child needs to control when they out themselves. I never had to out myself. Everyone always knew that I was just different. I was just Joey. But if you take away this ability, this control from these children to out themselves, you are forcefully putting them into a possibly violent household where their parents could kick them out, force them into conversion camps, or relinquish their parental rights and put them into the system. And God forbid, they might consider suicide. Changing this policy would create a very slippery slope. And Texas just recently passed bills that require every citizen, apparently, to report that if a child is getting any kind of trans affirming care, those parents and or doctors can be arrested. And it's creating political refugees already. And we cannot stand by and let this happen in Chico.
That's your time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, my God. I know. Children are so vulnerable and easily manipulated. It's confusing a lot of vulnerable children. Lunatic. Listen. Oh my God. And that is the freaking problem, right? You know, people can get mad at me. People can say what they want. But listen, I'm just spitting facts here. And the reality is that this will have an effect on your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins. This will have an effect on them because it's being pushed so hard in schools, in media, on social media, on the news, at restaurants. I mean, you can't go anywhere without it being shoved into your face. And that is not okay. You know, oh my gosh. I mean, for real, I feel like my grandparents are rolling in their grave right now looking at how this world is. But it is. You think that it's not going to have any effect on your children. But I'm telling you, when this is around your children all the time and their friends, I mean, they think it's crazy. It is so crazy. Hey, Sass. Yeah, my God, it's crazy. A child's brain is malleable and the freaks bringing their own hammers ready to play. Exactly. You know, and I've said this story before, but let me tell you again, for those of you that are new and didn't hear it. So, I mean, I know this girl, right? She is, I don't know, my kid's age. She's younger. But I mean, she was totally fine, you know, went to school. And over this last year and a half, she came out a totally different person. totally confused about her sexuality, thinks she's got anxiety for, I mean, it's crazy what they're doing to the kids, and it is affecting them. How can these little kids be around this stuff, grow up, like hearing, not grow up, but like going through school, going on TV, or watching TV, seeing what's online, social media. How can you think it's not going to affect them? I don't know. I want to say she was like 11. And yeah, like had long, pretty hair, was totally like fine. And then all of a sudden, like a year and a half later, I see her, she done cut all of her hair off. She thinks she's gay. She's got this high anxiety. And now she's like, all my friends, and listen, I'm not saying anything against gay people. I don't have anything against gay people, but what I'm saying is it's literally doing this. She's like, all my friends in my class have anxiety. She's like, everyone. She's like, everybody just does it. She's like, we're like, everybody, this is normal. This is normal in schools. Okay. And what I'm saying is it's not that. It's not even that. It's that your kids go to school, and when they get in there, they say, okay, your name is, let's just say, for example, I don't know, your name is Sarah. Okay. What would you like us to call you here? Would you like us to refer to you as a boy, or would you like us to refer to you as a girl? I mean, they're literally teaching kids now that you can be whatever you want. Like, and we won't even tell your parents. We will keep it from them. We'll just help you transition here at school. We'll refer to you as what you want to be referred to as. And then, and then whatever. Like, it's so crazy to me. That's true, Crosshatch. And there's actually this account on Twitter that I follow. It's I think it's called Gays Against Grooming. And they have an awesome Twitter channel. Because they will tell you, hey, we don't want no part of this. What they are doing, this trans movement, we don't want no part of it. And we are not okay with them pushing that on children. I mean, I've told you guys before that one time me and my daughter were walking out of a grocery store, and they have like a bulletin board there, and they had this flyer there for kids to attend. They had it from 2 years old up until 10 years old. And it was like not a drag camp, but it was like a transition camp for kids. Yeah, 2 years old. I'm like, this is so insane to me. And this is where the parents come in. This is where these brainwashed parents come in. Because when your child is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, until they are an adult, it is your job to make sure that your child is, safe and healthy and all of this. Not to confuse them, give them anxiety, make them think they don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm from New York. Hey, hoping for answers. You guys know, I homeschool my 4 kids. I will not do it. I will never do it again. Yep. Okay, let's move on. Sorry, y'all. I'm just going on and on. It's hard, though, because when I get on something that I'm so passionate about, it's like, come on, people. I just can't. And like I said, adults, hey, do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. But when you're going after kids and you're everything is targeting children, that's where I have a problem. All right, let's move on. Hey, Leslie. Glad you can make it. Oh, I gotta mute myself. Keep forgetting that.
All right, guys, question of the day today. And I want you to be honest with yourself, okay? You don't have to publish the answers publicly. Nobody's going to get into trouble, but you know you better than anybody else. If you were alive throughout the Jim Crow period, do you think that you personally would have taken a public stance against segregation? When you looked around and you saw what was happening, when you saw how Black people were being treated, when you saw what the Klansmen were doing, do you think that you personally would have said something? Be honest. Plus, later on in the show, we're going to be talking about a YouTuber who was just shot at the mall while filming a prank. And I'm putting prank in air quotations because I didn't find
I'm sorry, you guys. That was the wrong clip. Okay, I'll skip that one because that was the wrong one. I do too, but yeah, that's not the right video, so I gotta wait on that. All right, let me move on. Okay, I want to tell you guys about this story. Now, I just read this, but again, keep in mind that as I'm telling you this, when you don't do what they want you to do and you try to do different things. Oh, Sam's Rat Collection. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, not enough, people support this kind of content that I do. So trust me, I truly appreciate it. All right. But these parents, so when you don't do what they think is what they want you to do, when you don't follow along with their things, whether it be getting the kids shots or getting your, there's certain things that they think that you should be doing. Oh, thank you, Sam. But when you don't do that, what do? They label you as a bad parent. They label you as a neglectful parent. They label you as anything to make you look bad. So let's just check out this story. Oh shit. I hit the wrong button. My bad. Okay. A nightmare. Texas parents say their baby was taken by CPS after they used midwifery care for jaundice. Texas parents Tamisha and Ronnie Jackson are demanding the return of their newborn baby after she was taken by Child Protective Services in Dallas last month following a home birth. Which, hey, listen, home birth is the way to go if you can do it. I didn't do it. If I had another baby, I'm going to tell you, that's exactly the road I would take. Okay, we just want to notify the world what's going on, Ronnie Jackson said during a press conference last week, calling the removal of the couple's daughter, Mila, a kidnapping, which is exactly what it is. Texas CPS declined to comment on the accusations when reached by Yahoo News. Due to CPS cases being confidential by state law, we cannot comment on specific cases. Mila, the third child, was born on March 21st during a successful home birth with Cheryl Edinburgh, a licensed midwife who says she has delivered over 100 successful childbirths. It was a beautiful birth. She was a perfect 6 pounds, 9 ounces, Tamisha Jackson said during the press conference. A few days after Mila was born, her parents took her to a newborn checkup with Dr. Anand Bhatt, their family pediatrician for the last decade. The Jacksons have 2 older sons. Within that visit, we were told everything is good. She looks great. The only thing is she has jaundice. A couple of hours later, the pediatrician called my phone and wanted us to admit Mila to the hospital. Jaundice occurs when blood contains an excess amount of bilirubin. Sorry if I said that wrong. For most babies, this is not a big deal. It clears right out. Tiffany Green, an associate professor in the obstetrics and gynecology department at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, told Yahoo News. But for a certain small subset of babies, high levels of this can lead to brain damage, including cerebral palsy and other illnesses. For the Jacksons, this was a common diagnosis. Many of our friends and family have had jaundice, so we left that visit thinking that everything was fine. According to Bob, the doctor, Mila had a level of 21.7 milligrams. Based on Mila's age, any level over 20 milligrams requires treatment. Bott told the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services that a level that high is a cause for a lot of concern, but can cross the blood-brain barrier. Well, went too far. A couple of hours later, on March 24th, the pediatrician called and wanted us to directly admit Mila to the hospital. We told him that we would get with our midwife, as she is our care provider, and figure out exactly what we wanted to do. The Jacksons and their midwife decided that at-home treatment would be sufficient. It can be treated at home. Tracy Collins, CEO and founder of the National Black Doulas Association. Usually it's done by sunlight or some form of phototherapy and just adequate feeding and nutrition. So breast milk and breastfeeding flushes the system. Later that night, around 11:30 p.m., the pediatrician texted and said we are going against what he feels like we should do for our child, and that if we did not admit her immediately for jaundice, he was going to call CPS. This prompted a turn of events, including a welfare check from police and multiple visits from CPS before Mila was eventually taken into protective services. They, authorities, chose to arrest my husband and take his key and unlawfully come into my home and take my baby from me. When they came in and took her from me, I requested that I needed to see the paperwork. At the press conference, the Jacksons said the affidavit that gave CPS grounds to remove Mila contained some inaccuracies. We've been treated like criminals. This is a nightmare that I would not wish on anyone. It had another woman's name on there, and it talks about this woman's criminal history and her past 2 CPS cases. They had the wrong lady. A social justice organization in Texas that's working with the Jackson family to get Mila back home told Yahoo News. Mr. and Mrs. Jackson have no criminal record and have never been investigated by CPS. Tamisa Jackson said she instantly felt as if her child had been stolen from her. My child was removed so quickly because they have this other mother's name listed on the affidavit, and she has a history with CPS. In a statement to Yahoo News, CPS acknowledged that there were inaccuracies in the document. They acknowledged that there were inaccuracies in the document. Though there was an initial mistake on the affidavit due to us being given incorrect information, it has been corrected. But advocates said the Jacksons were stripped of the right to make their own health care decisions, which is arguably crucial for Black women in childbirth, which it's arguably crucial for any women, period. It doesn't matter your color, since they're 3 times more likely to die from a pregnancy-related cause than white women. This is trauma, Collins said. Black families are completely justified for feeling the way they feel. This is only going to further push them away from Western medicine. Edinburgh claims that CPS is abusing the Jackson family. There was never an investigation, she said during the press conference. The attack on Black families' bodies has to stop. We're demanding that Mila be returned home today. Yesterday was too late. Green says there should be alternatives to CPS. We can have community health workers be liaisons between family and clinicians to make sure that children are getting the care that they need. She said CPS has been so harmful to children and Black families in particular, it does come off as extreme. We have been treated like criminals. This is a nightmare that I would not wish on anybody. According to proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, the seizure of a newborn baby from her caring parents reflects the harm inflicted by the child welfare system. what is more appropriately called a family policing system. Okay, now here it says, but if Mila's condition had worsened, experts say the doctor would have been held accountable. If something happens to the baby gets brain damage, who's accountable for that? It won't be the midwife, Green said. Currently, Tamisa Jackson is still breastfeeding to provide food for Mila during her visits with her child. CPS did not remove her other 2 children from their home. If there was any type of area of neglect, they would have removed all of the children. A court hearing is scheduled for April 20th to determine the next steps in this case. But advocates are saying that even if Mila is returned home soon, the events that unfolded over the last several weeks have been damaging. That mother and that family are going to have to seek healing because of this traumatic experience. I mean, can you even freaking believe it? Hold on, let me see what I missed here. Oh, Margot, thank you so much for the $15 super sticker. That is awesome. Thank you. I mean, can y'all even imagine? I like, they are so overstepping and literally trying to take parents. Like, you can't even make decisions for your own child if it goes against what they say. And that is complete and total bull. I mean, seriously, like, I would be livid. I would be all over everywhere talking about how CPS kidnapped my damn kid. It might have ran out, Leslie. I'm not sure. Yeah, you're not green. But I mean, can you believe that they can just do this? They can just come in and take your children. I mean, and it was a newborn baby. And they said, listen, that you didn't do what your doctor recommended, so we're taking your child. But I mean, you guys, this is the stuff that needs to be talked about, because this poor family, I mean, that is not okay, you know? I can't even believe more people aren't talking about it. I'm going to actually reach out to them. That's it. I'm going to reach out to them somehow. I'm going to try to get in contact with them, and I will do an interview with them if they want to come on, because this is not okay. This is not right at all. It is wrong in so many ways and on so many levels. I mean, you know, Pete, God, I can't even imagine if that was me, but it's so wrong for what they are doing. Yes, everybody, please hit that like button. Please consider sharing this video. I mean, again, I know, you know, it's not the most popular of videos, but the government, the schools, the state, everybody is just overstepping and trying to take away all parents' rights. And it's not okay. And it's our job to, you know, speak out against it, to use our voice for good, to use our voice to try to help people. It's just so frustrating. Seriously. Okay, hold on. Let me go over here. I wanted to see if you had a different color over here, but Leslie, I'm trying to find you. Nope. Yep, it's still the same color over here too. Too much government overreach. Your child messes up, you're held responsible, but they can take them, do whatever they want with your child because of what they want. Sifo, were you ever able, are you still in here? Were you ever able to find that video and drop the link in here? I didn't know if you were able to find it or not. Yes, it is super frustrating. Leslie, I can check for you real quick if you want. Oh, okay, perfect. I just want to make sure you found it. So those of you that are interested, Sifa just dropped the link in the chat. I mean, obviously I don't want you to leave right this second, but please check that video out if you're interested. They've been doing this for years and it's a plan, it's all part of the plan. But I think never had a video censored so fast by YouTube ever. That word? Oh, hoping for answers. Thank you for the super sticker. Yeah, that'd be awesome, Margot, because I really think, it does shed a lot of light onto what, they're doing. So, yeah. Hold on, let me see what I got up here. Okay, that's for later. Okay. You're awesome, CNY family. Don't give up. I pray your channel will keep growing. You speak about so much important topics. I mean, I really try. I really do. I try to talk about things that are important and things that need to be into conversations. And, but I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, I just think that if you have an opportunity to have a platform and, you can, spread some light, then that's what you should be doing. Okay. Oh my gosh. Leslie, thank you so much for the super sticker. You guys are awesome. I'm going to ask everybody to please hit that thumbs up. Please sub to the channel. If you have not done so, please consider becoming a member if you are not one. I mean, times are hard right now, especially for, us over here with things that we're going through. So anybody that wants to help donate to the channel, all the like Cash App and PayPal donations, they go directly to me. Like I appreciate all your guys' super stickers and super chats and stuff. That doesn't come right away. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for doing it. But anybody who wants to donate to help out, links are all down in the description below. We would highly appreciate it. It helps us to be able to continue what we're doing here. My channel is on number 4. Your channel only spreads by word of mouth. I know it's so hard but hey, you know what? And I wish I didn't care, right? I wish I didn't care and I could just spit out content that they want me to put out that will go, but I mean, it's just not in me, I just want to put out what's real and what needs to be talked about and important topics and stuff like that. So those of you that are always here for this, I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate all of you that have donated in the past. Leslie, CY Kyle. I appreciate my mods. I love you guys. You guys do awesome for me. So thank you. YouTube does take a lot. I mean, they take a big percentage of your like super chats, your monthly memberships and stuff. But that's why I have the donation option for PayPal or Cash App, because that does come directly to me and YouTube can't take any of that. Yeah. So thank you for letting us know. I thought super stickers were instant. Good to know. I didn't know that. Yeah, they're not. You actually get, so like all the super stickers I'm getting right now will come during like April, May. Will come May, at the end of May. So it's a month that you have to wait for that. But no, I really appreciate you guys. I love the soup. And you guys also like doing super stickers and coming back, hitting that thumbs up and coming back and leaving comments down in the comment section. That shows engagement with my channel. So that really helps in the YouTube algorithm too. It helps them to push, to show my content more, which really helps. All right. So I am going to try to get on later and do another live. I was going to get into my true crime stuff on this live, But I kind of, you know, once we got into what we were talking about, I kind of just wanted to keep it, you know, with this important stuff that needs to be talked about later on. I am considering doing another live with just my true crime stuff, like the stuff that's going on with the cases that I'm into. But okay, so I just want to say I love you guys. Please hit that thumbs up. Please sub. Anybody that wants to donate, links are all down in the description below. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions. Keep spreading that light. Now, if you do share this video, have you considered the super thanks option for your videos? Yeah, there is. For people that aren't here during my live, there is always that option to send a super thanks afterwards, like if you're just watching it on replay. So that is an option. Okay, yes, I will, Leslie. And yeah, definitely go check out that link in the chat that Sifa dropped, because that's a really good video. But if you do share this video, I mean, I would love for you to, but if you do, please, after you share it, make sure you come back and make sure you're still subbed to the channel, because I've had that happen a lot with people. All right. I love you guys. Have an awesome, awesome day, and I will see you later. Anybody that wants to email me about anything, you know, you can hit me up on email. You can follow me on Twitter, and I'm also on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok. TikTok is the devil's platform. Oh, just kidding. Maybe not. All right. I love you guys. I will see you all later.